what were the most positive aspects?
Yeah, if I think back on the on my experience with this Tequila exchange, I think that the engagement of the students, how actively they were involved in doing these tasks, was one of the things that struck me most in a positive way, because all my students were involved in the activities. Um, the main task group was speaking, the helpers were helping, and the pre-task and post-task students were very busy preparing their next task or working with the information they got from the main task. So they were all involved with the activities. They were speaking German during the whole task. That's not entirely true. They spoke it like 95% of the time, because sometimes when they really did not know what to say, they used English as an escape, or as a strategy, I must say. Another positive aspect is the fact that they practiced speaking and they corrected each other. They helped to find out about new words, vocabulary, trying to rephrase if the French partner didn't understand. Also a little bit of hearing practice, of course, because they had to understand the French students. They were very excited about talking to their new partners in France. Sometimes they even exchanged Instagram accounts, Snapchats, whatever. So that was very good to see. Obviously, they were very aware of their own language, but also the language in the French class, and the level of it, of course. Intercultural awareness, especially when we're talking about the breakfast, or the way we celebrated Christmas, Christmas holidays, that showed some cultural differences, and it was interesting to see how they exchanged this information. And of course, the literacy and digital skills that increased throughout the project.
Is there any room for improvement?
Yeah, I think it would be easier if we have more matching and suitable periods of time for both schools. Now it was very hard to synchronize our timetables. As I said, we started the year before to do so. And it's always a little bit clamped in between the other lessons. So we basically had 3 times a week, half an hour time to do this, and then the normal lessons started again. So that would be an improvement if we could find something there. The coordination between teachers and students. Sometimes, for example, if there were students in France that were ill or absent for some reason, and my students didn't know, my students were waiting at the agreed upon spot in the virtual world, waiting for a student from France that never came. And also the other way around, when my students were ill, we had the same issue. So coordination is very important. Media and I tried our best, but sometimes these slip-ups happened. Time constraints, yeah, I said it before. We only have an overlap of about 35 minutes. In my class, it meant that we had to get the laptops, open the laptops, set up the account, log in the world, trying to find the partner. It was at times a little bit stressful, especially when there were also tech issues. For example, if the Wi-Fi could not process the amount of data, the avatars returned reduced to some sort of cloud. And that wasn't nice, and it diverted from the whole experience.